They're paying $28,000.
The combined agenda and regular meeting of the Monroe Township is now called to order on this date of June 16th, 2025. I would ask you all to please stand as we honor our flag, and please remain standing for a moment of silence. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. You have been asked to remain standing for a moment of silence to honor our former Mayor Richard Pucci and Robert J. Oros. Former Mayor Richard Pucci passed away on 5/13/25. He was a beloved mayor of Monroe Township for 28 years before he retired in 2015. Robert J. Oros passed away on the 17th of May, 2025. He was a beloved employee of the Monroe Township Utility Department. One moment, please, to honor their memories. Be seated, please. Dana Phillips. Yes, thank you. Will the clerk will please call the roll?
Councilman Charles DePiero.
Here.
Councilman Michael Markell.
Here.
Councilman Rupa P. Siegel.
Here.
Council Vice President Terrence Van Zora.
Here.
Council President Miriam Cohen.
Here. Would you please read the Sunshine Law into the record?
In accordance with the Open Public Meetings Act, it is hereby announced and shall be entered into the minutes of this meeting that adequate notice has been provided by the following. 1. Posted on the bulletin board within the municipal building on May 29, 2025, and remains posted at that location for public inspection. 2. Printed in the Home News Tribune and the Cranberry Press on May 29, 2025. 3. Posted on the Monroe Township website. And 4. Sent to those individuals who have requested personal notice. In accordance with Chapter 3, Section 17 of the Monroe Township Code, public comment shall be limited to 5 minutes unless further time is granted by the Council President.
As we all know, we have proclamations and presentations this evening, as pretty obvious by our full house. So glad you are all here. We have a proclamation for Flag Day, which was June 14th, 2025. And we have presentations. I would like to ask our dear Mayor, Mayor Delina, and our Councilwoman from Ward 2, Rupa Siegel, to recognize the 2025 Mayor's Youth Advisory Committee. When you are called up and your name is read, please remain here for a picture at some point. That's nice, isn't it?
Good evening, everyone. So our Mayor's Youth Advisory Council is a group of high school age students from Monroe that were selected to be part of the program through an application process. The students have had an opportunity to learn about municipal government from Mayor Delina, our township administration, planning and zoning, our clerk's office, and also from our director of the senior center. Each year, this group is challenged to come up with some way to give back to the community. This year, the students explored our township boards and commissions, our environmental, our historic preservation, health advisory, rec advisory, and our shade tree commissions. And they were asked to look at these commissions with the lens of our youth, share ideas on what they would do to enhance the commissions, and also how to increase youth engagement through these boards and commissions. The students presented their projects to the mayor and council, and they were impressive. Their ideas were so creative and well thought out, and we highly encourage them to bring back these ideas back to the boards and commissions so they can bring some of these to fruition. Congratulations and thank you to all the students for all your hard work and community service. We are so proud of all of you. There's some seniors in our group this year who have been part of the Youth Advisory Commission for the last few years, so we thank you for all your contributions over the years, and we wish you all the best on your next journey. Before we call each of you up, I would like to extend a special thank you to Kyle Johansson, our advisor for the commission. He has been leading and mentoring the students throughout the year. So thank you, Kyle. So with that, I'm going to call the students up. Please do come up and stay up here with us. We're going to take a group picture at the end. So we'll start with Nehal Sen.
Chicken scratch. Kyle, we doing pictures? Yeah.
Don't leave.
Kayla Moonsami. Philip Schiavone. Roman Schiavone. Lauren Euro.
You want to help me do this? I'm going to get it straight.
Anvi Kumar.
You disappear because you're short.
Arav Kumar.
Chicken ham.
Parisa Rizvi.
Gorgeous hair.
Aditi Amarnath. Jeanette Zanoon. Dia Modi. Kava Kuntamukula. Ananya Kodacherla. And Thendril Nirmal.
You ready? You better be ready. It's your turn.
Look at me.
Please, what other Terry's in the room?
Huh?
The next presentation is for the Monroe Township Americheer Intermediate National Champions. Tommy Glade from the Rec Department will be presenting. The mayor is presenting, and he will be joined by the council's vice president, Terry Van Zura. Thank you. My at-large colleague.
Hi, everybody. Welcome in. I'm here on behalf of the Monroe Township Parks and Recreation Department. Before we start with the sweatshirts and the awards, I just want to say how proud we are as a department for these young ladies and all their hard work and having it pay off. So give them a round of applause because they're awesome. All right, so we're going to start with the advanced division. So can I have first Meredith Armstrong?
I don't know where I am.
Catherine Blundell?
What happened?
Mackenzie Casey? That one. Rachel Sicchetti? Juliana Dowd? Colby Fernandez? Valentina Gonzalez Jaskowitz? Isabella Grippa?
Oh, dang, I can.
Brinley Hoyt? Lila Kika? Jenna Lugo? Angelina Mayo? Nicolette Mayo? Daniela Mayo? Alexa Path? Gabriella Petralia? Brianna Prisbazuski? Summer Reneo? Juliana Scuddy? Leah Scuddy? Krista Tremontana? Delilah Updale? All right, Coach Jess Bamrick? Coach Jess Baum? Coach Shay Decker? Coach Jules Farina? Coach Kelly Lang? And Coach Tara Tiedman.
It's for them.
We doing a picture now?
Photo?
Yep. Move closer for the photo. That's it.
In there? Is Terry in?
Yeah.
All right, perfect. Take a look at it. And 3, 2, 1. Right, perfect. Thank you.
How come when I was in high school, cheerleaders looked
Number
so
3, right?
looked like, you know? Right? It's a different perspective in life, isn't it?
Thank you again to the Advanced Division. Congratulations. And now we'll be moving on to the Intermediate Division. So can I start with Kayla Alexandrowski? Colby Bacon. Peyton Badiak.
Great, that's my neighbors.
Jocelyn Bennett. Emily Boyle. Riley Boyum. Valentina Callow. Jacqueline Saris. Sophia Dahlia. Madeline DeRoyan. Ava Faye. Victoria Fiordaliso. Alexa Grippa. Emily Jaquez. Emma Kerbinsade. Lyra Lujo. Alexa Marquez. Juliana Morera. Alyssa Puglia. Bella Rojas. Eliana Rosen. Addison Shea. Tori Shiner. Francesca Spiro. Victoria Sparrow. Avery Stern. Allison Zangrando. Coach Kim Lawson-Levy. Coach Carrie Fornell. And finally, Coach Doreen Pagano.
More people in the back. Here, let me screw behind you.
That's nice.
One more parents, can I go first and take the photo? All right. Thank you.
Can't see him. Can't see him.
And 3, 2, 1. Perfect. Thank you.
Where's the resolution? I know.
given her already. Just
Oh.
call her up and she'll.
I would like to, at this moment, call up Christine Visacki, who is a history teacher. And on our agenda tonight is resolution number R6, 2025-118. I call my colleagues' attention to that resolution. It is a resolution supporting Revolution, New Jersey. It was requested by Ms. Visaki's students. So I come from a family of history nerds. So it is an honor for me personally, and I certainly think an honor for you and for our school district. And the mayor is a history nerd as well. I know that. Yes.
We're called history superheroes.
Thank you very much. I like that rebranding.
So we would like a picture of this moment, and I believe you have a few words. Did you? Then please say them.
Would you like me to say them first?
Say them first.
Good evening, Mayor Delina, Council President Cohen, members of the council, and then the residents of Monroe. My name is Christy Visacki, and I'm the proud teacher of these two wonderful students, Sanjana and Vedanti, who are at Monroe Township Middle School. This year, these students, along with approximately 30 other 7th and 8th grade students, piloted a program called History Happened Here, or HHH. This program is a part of what is called NJ 250, a series of initiatives statewide to commemorate the 250th anniversary of the signing of the Declaration of Independence, which is, of course, being celebrated next July 4th, 2026. My glasses would help. HHH was designed to help New Jersey's youth learn local history and discover their community's connections to the ideals of the Declaration of Independence. Students accomplished this by actually doing unique historical research. My students examined how the revolutionary concept of self-determination related to Monroe Township by researching 3 topics: the secession of Jamesburg from Monroe, the construction of the original Monroe Township High School, and the efforts to bring Monroe its first public library. With great support from members of the Monroe Township Historic Commission, as well as the staff of the Monroe Township Public Library, these students conducted primary source interviews with many individuals and created truly amazing finished products, which will be on display in the Monroe Township Library next June as we prepare for our 250th. Their work was exceptional, and they were even visited by New Jersey First Lady Tammy Murphy and New Jersey Education Commissioner Kevin Damer this past December. This coming September, they have been invited to work with historic filmmaker Ken Burns and screen part of his newest miniseries, The American Revolution. As part of all their work, my students discovered that part of the New Jersey's 250th anniversary celebrations included an initiative to have local communities designate themselves as revolutionary communities. They were excited by the idea of sharing their enthusiasm for local history with all of Monroe. So they wrote to Mayor Delina and asked if Monroe would consider designating itself as such a community. And we are delighted and very grateful to say that's why we're here tonight. I also want to add that the state has also launched a Revolutionary Schools program, and I'm proud to say that Monroe Township Middle School is enrolled as one of the inaugural schools in that program. If anyone doubts that the future is bright or that the ideals of the American Revolution have faded with time, I encourage you to please speak with these amazing students, and you'll quickly discover that our future is in truly excellent hands. To the mayor and the council, thank you so much for considering my students' request for this resolution. Please consider us partners in Monroe's efforts to mark this amazing milestone in our nation's history. And if I may add a historical superhero fun fact, tomorrow is the 250th anniversary of the Second Battle of the American Revolution, which is often called the Battle of Bunker Hill, but it's actually the Battle of Breed's Hill. And one of the things that my HHA students have done is right at the end of around April or May, they've painted patriotic rocks on the back of which they have the hashtag NJ250 and America 250. And I have spent the afternoon driving around Monroe, hiding the rocks, and I have a few more that I'll be plopping as I go out. And we encourage you to find them and then share them and spread them. And we hope this is something that more of the community can do to sort of Monroe's special way of celebrating America's 250th anniversary. But thank you so much. We appreciate your time and attention.
Real quick side story before the photo. So a few days after the First Lady Tammy Murphy was here visiting you, I'm a Rutgers basketball season ticket holder. I go to all the games. The governor and his wife attend all the games. He sits courtside. I sit up in the nosebleed section. But I sent him a text. I went down to go see him. As I go to go talk to the governor, First Lady Murphy pushes him aside and says, "Oh, Mayor, you are should be so proud of the school, the students, and the teachers for what they've accomplished with this particular program. So you've made your mark." And the governor got pushed aside so your message could get across. So thank you so much. All good.
Now, I understand that the council is joining for the picture. Yeah,
5-minute recess.
we're taking a picture now.
5 minutes.
5-minute recess.
5-minute recess, please.
There you go.
Thank you.
Item 7 on the agenda, ordinance 05-2025-011 is an ordinance authorizing the Township of Monroe to acquire an easement over property located on 951 State Route 33 West, known as Block 5, Lot 12.02, from Hennessy Realty LLC in connection with the installation and maintenance of water and sewer installations. 05-2025-012. An ordinance authorizing the Township of Monroe to acquire an easement over property located on 46 Bentley Road, known as Block 5, Lot 4.01, from Bonnie Lucina and Edward Lucina in connection with the installation and maintenance of water and sewer installations. 05-2025-013 is an ordinance authorizing the Township of Monroe to acquire an easement over property located on Columbus Avenue, known as Block 106.04, lots 1 to H, from Natalia Mishenko for the purpose of access to and maintenance of existing utilities. Would the clerk please read the ordinances for introduction at the regular meeting under item 8?
Ordinance 06-2025-014, ordinance of the Township of Monroe authorizing the conveyance of an access easement over property known as Block 52, Lot 2.05. Ordinance 06-2025-015, ordinance amending and supplementing the code of the Township of Monroe under Chapter 122, Article 13, to authorize the police to enforce Title 39 of the New Jersey Motor Vehicle Code in the Forest Gate Community Association, Inc. communities comprised of Green and Fairway Edge and Pine Run. Ordinance 06-2025-016, ordinance authorizing the acceptance of an easement from Matrix 259 LCEG LLC to property located at Block 56, Lot 9.04. Ordinance 06-2025-017, ordinance amending various chapters of the Code of the Township of Monroe. Ordinance 06-2025-018, ordinance amending Chapter 39 of the Code of the Township of Monroe entitled Fees.
Thank you. Item 9 is our resolutions for consideration under the consent agenda at the June 16, 2025 regular meeting. That's R6 2025-118 through R6 2025-137. There are any members of the council having reviewed the resolutions, if there are any they would like removed from the consent agenda? Yes, sir.
I just have one, Council President, R6 2025-138.
138. Anyone else have anything to be removed? We move to the public comment section of the agenda meeting. Remember, it is limited to agenda items only, 5 minutes per speaker. May I have a motion to open public comment, please?
Motion.
Thank you. May I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Nay. Anyone wishing to address the council, please come forward now, remembering to state your name and address for our records.
Good evening, Lucille Panos, 1208 C. Lindera Plaza, Monroe, New Jersey. Ordinances, second readings, 111 through 113, to 013. Was there a cost to acquire these easements? Excuse me. Oh, did you hear that one?
No, I need you to repeat what you said, please.
Okay. Is there a cost to the ordinances for second reading? 011 through 013, was there a cost for that, to acquire those easements? 138, 2025, 138, what was the original cost of the architect services? What are the specific services that the change order, or you want to call it modification, what is the specific service for that modification change order? And what was the cost of the contractor for this project?
Mr. McGowan, would you like to respond?
Sure, Council President. So, to the first question, for ordinances 011 through 013, there's no cost for those easements. Those are access easements that were negotiated between our utility department and those property owners. In terms of 138, the original, so there's three phases of what our engineering firm does. There's the design, the bidding process, and the construction administration process. That construction administration process, I believe, was changed a couple times over the last year and a half and arrived at $805,000. This will increase an additional $75,000 to get us to the end of the project. So $880,000.
What are the specific changes that called for this increase, change order? And how much of a percentage over the original contracts are we going here? 5%, 10%, 50%?
So, Council President, this would equate to about, this would equate to about 15% of the overall $6 million construction contract, which is not that uncommon for bid and contract construction administration. The additional services are really the same services that have gone on, but the project has progressed a lot slower than we anticipated and that we would have hoped. So this includes, on-site weekly meetings, inspections, coordinating with subcontractors and the GC, resolving equipment delay issues, coordinating with the police about their day-to-day activity, because this entire building is still occupied with a full department on a daily basis and is being expanded. Reviewing pay apps, completing walkthroughs, reviewing as-builts, closeout documents like operations manuals. So these are the standard sort of construction administration tasks. We recognize that this project has taken longer than we would have hoped, but our construction administrators are doing a good job of getting us this far and dragging this contractor across the finish line, and that's what we're trying to do.
Well, as a contractor gets dragged across the finish line, is he going to pay for it? Is he part responsible for how long this has taken?
Yeah.
I think the answer to that is when we get to a point where we're closing out the contract, we're going to have to make those determinations. We're not at that point yet.
Okay, thank you. Oh, one other thing. This little historical society, I don't want to age anybody on this council, but Councilman DePiero, born and raised in this town, a little ancient history. I don't know, how old is he? 50, 60, 70, we don't know, but I think he's a little ancient. Or historic, sorry.
I am.
Anyone else wishing to address the council, please come forward now. Please remember to give us your name and address for our records.
Deborah Schneider, 23 Harwood Road, Monroe Township. R6 2025-127 shared services for gasoline. Can I ask, what are they going to pay and how are they going to pay this? Is this pay at the pump? Are they getting a discount? Are we making a profit on this?
Council President, we are not making a profit on this. We're helping out a neighbor, Manalapan, who is in the process of reconstructing and repairing their fueling station over a 6-week period. And they've asked us to help them allow DPW from their township to fuel at our DPW fueling station, of which we will record every gallon that is pumped into their vehicles, and we're sending them an invoice on a weekly basis for those 6 weeks.
And they'll be paying the going rate?
They'll be paying exactly what we pay. Correct, which is the going rate.
Okay.
Correct.
Anyone else wishing to address the council, please come forward now. Seeing and hearing none, I'm going to entertain a motion to close the public comment section.
Motion.
May I have a second on that motion?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. No objections. I would like to entertain a motion to adjourn the agenda meeting, please.
Motion.
Thank you. Second.
Second.
Thank you. Roll call, please.
Councilman DePiero.
Yes.
Councilman Markel.
Yes.
Councilwoman Siegel.
Yes.
Council Vice President Van Zora.
Yes.
Council President Cohen.
Yes. Meeting is adjourned. Time?
7:11.
Regular meeting is now called to order. May I have a motion, please?
Motion.
Thank you. Second on that.
Second.
Thank you. Roll call.
Councilman DePiero.
Yes.
Councilman Markel.
Yes.
Councilwoman Siegel.
Yes.
Council Vice President Van Zora.
Yes.
Council President Cohen.
Yes. May I have a motion to approve the payments of the claims per the run date of June 6, 2025, please?
Motion.
Thank you.
Second.
Thank you. Roll call.
Councilman DePiero.
Abstain.
Councilman Markel.
Yes.
Councilwoman Siegel.
Yes.
Council Vice President Van Zora.
Yes.
Council President Cohen.
Yes.
Motion carries.
Thank you. May I have a motion to approve the minutes of the following meetings as written and presented? The May 7th, 2025 agenda and regular combined meeting. Motion, please.
Motion.
Thank you. Second on that.
Second.
Thank you. Roll call.
Councilman DePiero.
Yes.
Councilman Markel.
Yes.
Councilwoman Siegel.
Yes.
Council Vice President Van Zora.
Yes.
Council President Cohen.
Yes.
Motion carries.
Thank you. Ordinance 05-2025-011. The ordinance authorizing the Township of Monroe to acquire an easement over property located on 951 State Route 33 West, known as Block 5, Lot 12-02, from Hennessy Realty LLC in connection with the installation and maintenance of water and sewer installation. I would like a motion to open a public hearing on this ordinance, please.
So moved.
Thank you. May I have a second on that?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Anyone wishing to address the council on this ordinance, please come forward now, remembering to state your name and address for our records.
Shell Arminio, 9 Nathaniel Street. Full disclosure, I don't have my glasses, so I can't read it. But my concern on the ordinance is that it's an easement, and how much property is being given to this easement on this property?
Council President, I might ask Mr.
Please,
Mr.
we're
Schrein
gonna give this
to.
Please.
Thank you. It's a utility easement for, there's going to be 2 phases to it, a construction easement and then a actual permanent utility easement. There's going to be both water and sewer lines that are going to be in this easement. It goes from Bentley Road to our pump station on Pump Station 14, as well as all the way to Applegarth Road, and the easement is between 20 and 30 feet.
20 and 30 feet of this particular property.
Right.
And there's no compensation for the owner?
That was all taken care of by the developer, no cost to the township.
Oh, okay, so the owner, because it was, I didn't understand when the person before me asked if it was a cost involved. Okay, so it's not a cost involved to the township, but the builder has incurred that cost?
Yes.
Okay. And I guess, all right, I'll come up for the other 2, because that's the same question.
I think the answer is the same for the other 2 also, right?
It is.
I know, but it's a hearing, so I should go on the record.
No, but I just wanted you to know that that's the answer.
And has the township engineer, well, actually, done some work and that the builder also paid for? So did,
Yeah, this is to allow the builder to install lines in these easements.
right,
Correct.
but the township engineer was involved, or any of our planners or anything involved in?
Oh, of course, yeah. All of the plans and designs are done in conjunction with MTUD.
So there were invoices sent to the builder, and the builder paid those invoices to the township?
Yep, we charge an escrow account for that.
So do you have an idea of what those costs were?
Not for this particular itemized thing, because we end up analyzing a bunch of different things in addition to the easement, but all of the costs associated with both the design as well as the review of the easement, the meets and bounds, including the attorney's
The legal
offices,
fees,
are all
everything
paid
is
for
charged
by
to their
the
escrow.
Escrow.
Okay, so there have been charges, it's just that the township is not incurring them, but the township, some township planners and engineers are getting paid from the builders
All of them.
for this. Okay, I'll sit and wait for the next one. Thank you.
Anyone else wishing to address the council on this ordinance only? Seeing and hearing none, I will have to entertain a motion to close the public hearing.
So moved.
Second on that, please.
Second.
Thank you. May I have a motion to adopt 05-2025-011, please?
Motion.
Thank you. May I have a second on that motion?
Second.
Thank you. Roll call, please.
Councilman DePiero.
Yes.
Councilman Markel.
Yes.
Councilwoman Siegel.
Yes.
Council Vice President Van Zora.
Yes.
Council President Cohen.
Yes.
Motion carries.
Motion's adopted. Yes. 05-2025-0112 is an ordinance authorizing the Township of Monroe to acquire an easement over property located on 46 Bentley Road, known as Block 5, Lot 4.01, from Bonnie Lucina and Edward Lucina, in connection with the installation and maintenance of water and sewer installations. May I have a motion to open a public hearing, please?
So moved.
May I have a second on
Second.
that? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Any members of the public wishing to address us on this ordinance? Please come forward now, stating your name and address for our record.
Anybody else? I'll wait for somebody else. Is anyone else? No? Okay. Just want to give someone else an opportunity. Okay, once again, don't have my glasses, and the question is, how deep is this ordinance? How much property from this property owner? And the cost incurred, who's paying for it, and does the township engineer, planner, and et cetera involved in that get paid?
For the second go-around, Joe, please you may. Thank you.
Thank you, Council President. In this particular case, it's 195 feet long by 20 feet, and again, the developer is paying the costs for that acquisition from the property owner.
And just out of curiosity, and this holds for the other one as well, I know that Bentley Road had sewer, I don't know if they had water down there, but a well and septic. Are they going to now be able to tie into all these things? I know that's been historically an appeal from the people in town.
Once the infrastructure is in place, yes, they will be able to tie in. Yes.
Most of those people?
Yes.
Okay. And we don't have a number on this project, what the builder paid out?
No, not yet.
And we don't have a number, what are...
This has been going on they paid out a considerable amount over the last 5 years. This design has been underway for the last 5 years.
And so is that coming out of their bond, or is that coming out of like a retainer? How is...
No, they just pay that directly.
They pay it directly?
Yeah,
So
they pay the
Does the
property
township
owners.
send no, okay, so they pay
Is that correct, Joe? They've paid the property owner. Yes.
Yes.
through eminent domain? Do they have...
No, they
just
negotiated
straight
this.
negotiation?
Yeah, they negotiated it.
Okay, and how does the township get paid? Have we gotten paid? Our services gotten paid yet?
Yeah, so the way we get paid is that we have escrow accounts that are established by MTUD and by the township at the time of when they get their approvals. So they post that money, and when the bills are submitted, they're charged against those accounts.
And then if that runs out, the escrow account, then they put
have to
more money into it?
Correct.
And
Before it
there's-
runs out, they have to replenish it.
Yes.
You have to record it? Okay,
Correct.
thank you.
Anyone else wishing to address the council on this ordinance? Seeing and hearing none, I request a motion to close the public hearing.
Motion.
Thank you. Second on that, please.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Nay. May I have a motion to adopt ordinance 05-2025-0112?
So moved.
Thank you. May I have a second on that?
Second.
Clerk, call the roll, please.
Councilman DePiero.
Yes.
Councilman Markel.
Yes.
Councilwoman Siegel.
Yes.
Council Vice President Van Zora.
Yes.
Council President Cohen.
Yes.
Motion carries.
Thank you. We move to 05-2025-013. An ordinance authorizing the Township of Monroe to acquire an easement over property located on Columbus Avenue, known as Block 106.04, lots 1 to 11, from Natalia Mashenko for the purpose of access to and maintenance of existing utilities. May I have a motion to open the public hearing?
Motion.
Thank you. May I have a second on that motion?
Second.
Again, thank you. All in favor?
Aye.
No opposition. Anyone wishing to address the council on this third ordinance, please come forward. State your name and address for our records, please.
Certainly, Michelle Arminio, 9 Nathaniel Street. And is this part of the same project, this Columbus Avenue?
Council President?
No.
Yes,
Dr.
sir.
Knapp.
Answer that.
Okay, got it.
There you
Little bit different. This was a homeowner who owns property there, and a portion of their property actually encroached into Columbus Ave, where we have a roadway that actually leads to, I think, Jamesburg Public Works Department back in that area. So it's right at the border of Jamesburg. The road cannot be moved, so the easement was required as part of their approval to build their house.
Oh, okay, so this has nothing to do with the previous
No.
two ordinances?
It's
Okay.
totally separate from that and a little different scenario.
But, so, I'm sorry, can you just explain that again? The
Sure.
property encroached, or the road encroached into the property?
Sure, there's an existing road, we're right at the border of Jamesburg and Monroe at Columbus Avenue.
Okay.
That existing roadway encroached onto this property.
Oh,
The surveys over there are a little confusing at the border with Jamesburg. Anyway, so based on the survey, the road encroaches onto their property. The road cannot be moved. So the outcome at the board was that they have to provide an easement to the township for that portion of roadway that encroaches onto the corner of their property, and that's what this does. So it allows public access along that roadway. Utilities, it mentions utilities in the easement as well. There's existing utilities there that get to remain, and if we have to do more or improve that road, this would allow it.
okay, and that property is a Monroe property?
Yes, this is in Monroe, right
And-
near the
and
border of
there-
Jamesburg.
There was no cost?
No cost, it was required as part of their approval.
Okay, so they came to the township, and that's when we discovered that there were issues with the survey or
They
the-
came to the zoning board to build a home on their property there.
and things like
And
that?
that's when it was discovered as part of their survey.
Okay, and it wasn't cost to them either? Did they have to pay the township anything? Except for the
No,
application,
there
normal
was no
application
payment, no
fees.
transaction
Okay.
as far as payment either way.
That's great. Thank you very much.
Anyone else wishing to address us on this issue? Seeing and hearing none, again, I request a motion to close the public hearing.
Motion.
Thank you, and a second on that.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you, no opposition. May I have a motion to adopt 05-2025-013, please?
Motion.
Second on that, please.
Second.
Clerk Calderon.
Councilman DePiero.
Yes.
Councilman Markel.
Yes.
Councilwoman Siegel.
Yes.
Council Vice President Van Zora.
Yes.
Council President Cohen.
Yes.
Motion carries.
Thank you. Item 5 on our agenda is ordinances for their first reading. The first is 06-2025-014, and that ordinance of the Township of Monroe authorizing the conveyance of an access easement over property known as Block 52, Lot 2.05, that is parenthetical Buckaloo Schoolhouse for Fire Department 3 easement. May I have a motion, please?
So moved.
May I have a second on that?
Second.
Thank you. May I have the roll call, clerk, please?
Councilman DePiero.
Abstain.
Councilman Markel.
Yes.
Councilwoman Siegel.
Yes.
Council Vice President Van Zora.
Yes.
Council President Cohen.
Yes.
Motion carries.
Thank you. 06-2025-015. An ordinance amending and supplementing the Code of the Township of Monroe under Chapter 122, Article 13, to authorize the police to enforce Title 39 of the New Jersey Motor Vehicle Code in the Forest Gate Community Association Incorporated, communities comprised of Green and Fairways Edge and Pine Run. May I have a motion, please?
Motion.
Thank you. A second on that.
Second.
Roll call.
Councilman DePiero.
Yes.
Councilman Markel.
Yes.
Councilwoman Siegel.
Yes.
Council Vice President Van Zora.
Yes.
Council President Cohen.
Yes.
Motion carries.
Thank you. Ordinance 06-2025-016. It's an ordinance authorizing the acceptance of an easement of Matrix 259 LCE GLLC to property located at Block 56, Lot 9.04. Motion, please.
Motion.
Second, please.
Second.
Roll call.
Councilman DePiero.
Yes.
Councilman Markel.
Yes.
Councilwoman Siegel.
Yes.
Council Vice President Banzora.
Yes.
Council President Cohen.
Yes.
Motion carries.
Thank you. The next is 06-2025-017. Ordinance amending various chapters of the Code of the Township of Monroe. May I have a motion, please?
Motion.
May I have a second on that?
Second.
Thank you. Roll call.
Councilman DePiero.
Yes.
Councilman Markel.
Yes.
Councilwoman Siegel.
Yes.
Council Vice President Banzora.
Yes.
Council President Cohen.
Yes.
Motion carries.
06-2025-018. An ordinance amending Chapter 39 of the Code of the Township of Monroe entitled Fees. May I have a motion, please?
Motion.
Second.
Second.
Thank you. Roll call.
Councilman DePiero.
Yes.
Councilman Markel.
Yes.
Councilwoman Siegel.
Yes.
Council Vice President Banzora.
Yes.
Council President Cohen.
Yes.
Motion carries.
We now move to item 6, the resolutions for consideration under the consent agenda, R6 2025-118 through R6 2025, with the exception of 138. May I have a motion?
Motion.
May I have a second?
Second.
Have the vote, please. Roll call.
Councilman DePiero.
Yes.
Councilman Markel.
Yes.
Councilwoman Siegel.
Yes.
Council Vice President Banzora.
Yes.
Council President Cohen.
Yes.
Motion carries.
Thank you. Item 7 is the Resolution 138, which was removed from the consent agenda. May I have a motion, please?
So moved.
Thank you. A second on that.
Second.
Good. Roll call.
Councilman DePiero.
Abstain.
Councilman Markel.
Yes.
Councilwoman Siegel.
Yes.
Council Vice President Banzora.
Yes.
Council President Cohen.
Yes.
Motion carries.
We will move to our reports for the evening. Our administrator's report is next. Mr. McGowan, please.
Thank you, Council President. I'll be very brief. Just remind everyone that the farmers market starts on June 26th and all Thursdays throughout the summer, so please go out to the library and enjoy. Want to give a quick update regarding JCP&L streetlights. This is a topic that the mayor has been discussing with the council and the public for a number of months now. And we've received word from JCP&L. They have a new representative who is going to be specifically focused on streetlights, and we got to meet with the gentleman and we got to communicate a little bit about some work that he's done in other towns, including Saraville, to expedite streetlight repairs. So we have now provided him with lists of still unrepaired streetlights throughout Monroe Township. He's had a lot of success in bringing in third-party crews and independent contractors to work day and night and weekends and holidays, and had a lot of success in Saraville and other places at getting a large number of lights repaired in a short period of time. So we hope by the next council meeting to be able to
have a number, right?
to provide an even further update on that.
Thank you.
I'd like to just ask the mayor during my report to talk a little bit about Valor Point and veterans housing.
Thank you, Kevin. Council President.
Please,
as,
yes, this is nice.
Kevin alluded to, something that we've been working on, but just wanted to provide some information regarding Valor Point as of this morning. Some of the numbers to report: 37 vets have moved in, 2 are approved and will be moving in shortly. There are 10 in compliance stage, which is now a verification of their income. They are currently processing 15 applications which have been recently submitted, and in general right now there are 25 non-veterans living in the complex. In our discussions, Conifer has noticed a greater influx of applications due to all of our collective efforts to reach out to a number of organizations in all 21 counties of the state. veterans organizations, Tunnels to Tower. So we're seeing a positive impact in regards to that. And obviously something that we've all discussed and we alluded to at the last council meeting, that it's been a little more difficult than originally anticipated to bring in the income qualified veterans. With that being said, I did send a letter to the New Jersey Department of Community Affairs, who regulates the income guidelines for affordable housing, advocating that they adjust it for veterans in particular. And again, this is not germane to Monroe Township. There are a number of other facilities similar to Valor Point throughout the state that are experiencing the same difficulties. So I thought we could send a letter and ask and see where it goes from there to see if we can get a greater swath of veterans qualified based on their income. So just wanted to throw that out there. Thank you.
This is really good.
Sorry, Council President, I don't have
Yes,
anything
no,
further for my
no, you
report.
threw me off my timing here, you know. That's fine. You finished with your report? Okay, Mark. Yes.
Thank you, Council President. I'll be brief as well. With regard to the police station building, that's progressing over there with the work. The lights are installed and operating in the new addition. Walls are painted. Flooring in the addition will be starting in the next week or two. So that project is moving along at a good pace right now. James Monroe Park, the concession stand and park improvements. We're at the point there where we're just waiting on our building permits. They're doing compaction testing, and as soon as those soil testings are done, they should be getting their building permits for the new concession stand. With regard to the 2025 roads milling and repaving, that was awarded, I believe, at the last meeting. Concrete work is supposed to be starting next week, weather permitting. And that's my report.
The rain stops.
When the rain stops.
When the rain stops. Thank you very much. We move to council reports. I'm going to begin on my extreme left with Ward 2's council. Ben Rupa-Siegel, please.
Thank you, Council President. Just a few updates. As liaison for Cultural Arts Commission, it's a busy summer coming up. Our summer concert series is out there. We're going to be starting our free summer concerts on Thursdays, beginning July 10th at the Gazebo in Thompson Park at 6 p.m. The commission has a great lineup for the concert series: Kindred Spirit, The Cowboy and the Hippies, Stone Mountain Road, Enjoy, BD Lens, and Hidden Gems. So I know there's information on their website, and also you see it around town as well. They have another program coming this summer. It's called Peter Wolf. It's a free family event on July 20th at 2 p.m. at the Monroe Township Senior Center. Free tickets will be available starting June 7th at the Monroe Township Public Library. And what this is under the direction of the New Jersey Symphony. This special arrangement of Prokofiev's classic tale features the instruments of the Woodwind family, combining the same great imagery with the focus on the flute, oboe, clarinet, bassoon, and French horn, with the help of some other selections highlighting each instrument's diverse capabilities. The quintet demonstrates not only how well the instruments play together, but also what makes them each unique. So this is a great family event targeted towards our elementary, middle school students. So please mark your calendars. Our Historic Preservation Commission, their open houses are in full swing. They have their next one coming up on July 6th at Dye Farm. And just a quick, we had a ribbon cutting ceremony recently at Genesis Healthcare on Applegarth Road, which they were celebrating the opening of their new South Asian Indian program at their facility. So congratulations to Genesis Healthcare team on that. And I just want to make a comment about all the wonderful Memorial Day services that we had throughout town. There were so many, starting with our High School Armed Forces Day, the Clearbrook Parade that some of us went to, and our Township Wreath Laying Ceremony on Veterans Park on Avenue K. It's always nice seeing the crowds growing from year to year, and this year we had the unveiling of the monument that Eagle Scout Sean Evans had pulled together. So I just wanted to say that. And I want to thank the clerk's office for all the work on primary election day. I know it's an extra late night and busy day, so thank you to the entire clerk's office. Thank you.
Move to Ward 1, Councilman DePiero? No?
Ward 1?
You're Ward 1, he's Ward 3.
Who are we going with? Councilman DePiero, Ward 1?
Ward 1,
Okay, it's Mike Markel.
a little tired. Too much medication.
I'd just like to say, I'm part of my commission, my job as a councilman is the Human Relations Committee, which really deals with diversity in town. I'd like to just say on Friday I was attending a Muslim celebration in Thompson Park, which was Eid al-Adha. It's a celebration. It's one of the two biggest celebrations for the Islam community. It's very interesting. I met some really great people. I had a meal there that was prepared by an Egyptian woman, but it was a Palestinian dish. So it was quite a diverse situation. It was wonderful. And after I left there, I went to a Sabbath prayer ceremony for a 50th anniversary. So it was quite a diverse day for me on Friday. So I just wanted to point that out. That's what Monroe's all about. It was a great day for me. It's a busy weekend. I just like to point out with the protests all over the country and with the parade. It was a very interesting weekend. The primary took up a lot of our time. Thank you, the clerks. As usual, all the last minute problems and issues that come up, they handle really well. I would just like to mention one thing. The two, Melissa Hortman, Representative Melissa Hortman and her husband Mark, that were murdered this past weekend. It's a terrible thing. I think we have to keep them in our prayers, in our hearts. Very important. And also, State Senator John Hoffman and his wife Yvette, they came through with many surgeries, so they're still doing well at this point. I had some other things some issues, but I really don't want to get into it at this time. That's very important to remember these people that got shot over the weekend. It's a shame what's going on right now, and I had to mention it. Thank you.
Mr. DePiero, your turn.
Okay, thank you. I also wanted to say thank you to the clerk's office and everybody that participated for this primary election. I know it's not easy, but everybody did a great job, and just want to say thank you for everything that the clerk's office did. I had a question on Applegarth Road and Prospect Plains intersection where our Monroe Oak is. Do we have any updates on that project?
Notice the look. No, right?
Council President, I don't have any new updates from the county as far as a bid date yet, but I'll follow up.
As always, you follow up.
Thanks.
All right, if you could follow up and get back to us, maybe we could put that on our website also on upcoming paving bids, Middlesex County, and also our own township. I know they're on there, but it might help us get a better feel for it, because with the school starting in September, it doesn't look like the construction is going to start in the summer, if they didn't even put the bid out yet. We got I saw on the notice that we received today for the state police recognizing our police chief for doing an outstanding job, leadership, and I think that's something that we need to say thank you. We always say thank you to our first responders, but when our leadership is really it outshines some of the past people that have don't have the love and the feel, as Councilman Markle just said about the shooting and stuff like that. That has to stop. But it's not easy doing what our police officers do and our first responders do. Until you put yourself in that position, then you really get to realize what they do. So I just wanted to say thank you to all of our police and our leadership at Monroe, because they got recognized, and that's something that we should definitely say thank you to. On Saturday, I went to the Library Environmental Commission. I did a presentation on the wetlands and watershed in reference to Monroe, and it was very interesting because when they put the map up of Monroe, majority of Monroe Township was considered wetlands, including the library where we were sitting. So it was a meeting that was, presentation that was online, and something that you could still, by Zoom, you could still check it out, and it was very interesting, very well done by the Environmental Commission. And I went last week to Cranberry Library, Watershed, had a presentation about flooding, which we all been going through, unfortunately, a lot in Monroe lately, including on State Highway 33 and also Rossmore, what they went through in many other communities. And what they're trying to do is they're trying to put together a regional plan for, you got to get that? You good? You good? Oh, it's for me? All right. Anyway, they're trying to put together a regional plan, hire a consultant for about $250,000 was their estimate cost. And Monroe, we were about 20% of this plan. And the presentation was done based on all the development in each community, and Cranberry was second with about 18%. So I forwarded everything to the mayor, and I forwarded it to Kevin. The presentation was about 2.5 hours long, and it was very, very well organized by Watershed, and it was in Cranberry. So that was something that was very interesting for flooding. We did, a lot of us attended a lot of things Memorial Day, as Councilwoman Siegel said. It was very interesting to go to Veterans Park with the barbecue for veterans. That was very, very well organized, and I want to thank everybody that did that at the park, along with the volunteers. And we also went to Memorial Day and the Cranberry Care Center, as Councilwoman Siegel said. It's a very, very well-established assisted living, nursing home facilities. Genesis did a great job presentation, and it's something that really, to have in our community is an asset, and to help each other. They even had the FBI there on how people are getting scammed in the adult communities, or someone that's sick, how people take advantage, and it's really a shame to hear that people are out there doing it. But it was nice to see the community come together and reach out to the FBI, and they came and they were there, and the mayor cut the ribbon, and it was well organized. It was a good event. The question I had about Forsgate Drive, county road improvement. I met with a couple residents in that community, and they're requesting, similar to what we did on Sarah Lane. We put in in the intersection, because it's a bus stop there, which the buses cannot go into the community and turn around. They will not go in because they can't make the turns. So it's a high traffic area. According to a retired police officer there, he said it's in the distance that from Forsgate Drive, Half Acre down to the railroad tracks, it has the most amount of accidents, he said, and he has all the reports. He said he gave it to Jabaz Spence and a lot of other police officers. He gave them the reports, and he's requesting striping to go in that intersection, so nobody actually parks there when they're waiting for the light to change. And also the bus could stop in that spot there and put a bus stop sign up, so the children and the people crossing the road, they don't have a future accident, because there's a lot of close calls. So while we're going through that, I know the county's doing it, I know CME's involved, but it is in Monroe Township, and it's something that our residents are requesting, and it's something that we did it on Sarah Lane, and I think it's something that should be done in a lot of these intersections when there's another road that's close to the traffic light. So if that can get looked at, I'd appreciate that. If Mark could bring that along to CME and the county. And Dye Farm, I asked before about a parking lot. I'd like to see if we could do something there, because I know I visited that farm a lot, and I drive past there a lot, and the cars are parking all over the grass and everything else. So if there's something that we could do for a parking lot for Dye Farm, that will definitely help them. And Stillwell House, the rehab, I don't know where we are with that project. If there's anything that progressed since I asked last, if there's anything that's updated on that, Council President?
You aware? I'm not aware of it.
Council President, I don't have an update on that, but I'll get that from the Historic Commission.
Thank you.
Okay, and the last is the Unitas Farm on Mounts Mill. A lot of residents called. I sent a few photos on the overgrowth on the buildings and the barns. So if there's something the residents asked if we can clean up, it is our property. If we can clean it up, they'd appreciate it.
Yeah, Council President, I think I got back to the councilman that we are going to clean out the overgrowth there.
Because I remember you mentioned it to me, so yes.
Okay, and the last thing I just want to say, happy belated Father's Day to everybody.
Thank you. My Council Vice President, Mr. Van Zura.
Thank you, Madam President. Always does my heart well when I see the young people come up like they did before the meeting tonight or the beginning of the meeting. You have your youth advisory committee, you had your cheer squad, you had the history happens here, students that were here. They all did different things. They all were involved in different activities, but the fact that they were involved in activities and they did something positive is really reflective of a part of what Monroe's about, and it gives you a lot of hope for the future, as a teacher was saying earlier. Kids taking an interest in things and doing positive activities. So congratulations to all them that earned the accolades that they received earlier tonight. One other group I wanted to mention, and by the way, the cheerleader, national recognition, but one group I wanted to mention is our own Monroe High School hockey team. And the reason I mention it is we didn't have a hockey team for forever. And back in 2017, only 8 years ago, they started a rec squad. They started playing rec hockey. And the kids started to play. They formed a group from 4th to 12th grade, and the kids started to play together. And now all those kids that were playing together back in 4th grade, when they got to the high school this year, and they had grown and they reached a point where they were seniors, guess what? They won the Middlesex County Championship. So that's quite an event, because other schools have been playing together for years and years and years. And this group, they made the county championship. They went to the state sectional finals. And we don't even have a hockey rink in our town. So the amount of work that they have to go through and go to different places for their practice, and the amount of effort that was put into this, I just wanted to personally congratulate all the coaches, the parents, and all the players involved, because I think they really did a great job. And to bring this program along this far with this amount of success in such a short time is pretty incredible. And it reminds me, when you walk in the gym at our high school, they have a lot of plaques going around, and it has, baseball team, they went this far, and all the different accomplishments they have, and softball, you go all the way around, all the different sports activities. And I remember years ago, my daughter played volleyball, and there was nothing under volleyball. And then by the time she became a senior, they won their county tournament also and became the champion. So they finally have a little something under the volleyball. Well, Monroe High School hockey is now going to have something on their plaque too. So congratulations to those guys. And more importantly, just like all the other kids that are involved, they're doing positive activities and all those things, whatever it may be, Boy Scouts, whatever you're involved with, it's all good stuff. So keep up the good work, and you guys are our future. So we appreciate you. Thank you.
Before I ask our mayor to please share a few more words with us, Memorial Day service this year, the one at Veterans Park, was particularly meaningful because of the expansion done by the Eagle Scout. It was mentioned earlier, but there was a larger number of people attending, and it was noticeable. And I am maybe because of all the difficulties in our world at this moment, but I am reminded that I am the child of a veteran. of World War II, and that along with the rest of my family, I lived on an Army base in the great state of Florida for 5.5 years until the war ended, where my dad took care of patients in the hospital, soldiers who were leaving for deployment. I was pretty little, not the oldest in the family, but that we have a history of service in our country, and we must never take the people who gave us that service for granted, or take it for granted what we have here. Mr. Mayor, as always, where are you?
Thank you, Council President. I'll be real short since I spoke a little bit earlier. I did want to just one more time bring to the attention of the township the two losses. One certainly tragic in Mr. R.J. Oros, a member of MTUD, who had passed away. It was a very difficult wake to go to. I think just seeing how young his mom was just a shock. But somebody who certainly has made his mark not only here in Monroe, but in his hometown of Spotswood as a firefighter as well. So certainly my condolences to the Oros family, and then obviously with the passing of Mayor Pucci, longtime mayor, who's been out of the limelight now for about 10 years, but who was the visionary who made a mark of many things that we all take for granted here in Monroe Township. Our emergency services, our senior center, library, community center, our post office, our parks. This just doesn't happen without tremendous vision and leadership, and we were very lucky to have that here in Monroe Township for 28 years. And obviously, Rich was my running mate as well in one particular year, and it was an honor to work with him, an honor to learn from him as well, and just my love to the Pucci family. Obviously, there's been just mention about the veterans events over the last month or so, and I have to agree with Council President Cohen. Just the amount of people attending these events is just growing and growing and growing, and that is hope for the future, because where we integrate not only the veterans but the youth of Monroe Township together to honor those citizens with distinction. And we are very lucky here in Monroe Township to have we are blessed to have so many veterans living in our town. Speaking of veterans, there will be the local VFW will be a run for veterans on June 22nd at Avenue K Veterans Park. It's a walk and run event. First time being held at Avenue K, so we'll see how that works out. Speaking of Avenue K, we just recently had another Mayor's Wellness program of beach volleyball, so that was exciting. Got my hands dirty with that. One other thing I did want to mention is NJ.com just came out with the 25 best barbecue restaurants in the state of New Jersey, and we're happy to say the Bearded One came out number 5. So we'll keep working on that one until they're number 1. So we're real happy to have them as a business in our town. As Councilman DePiero had mentioned before about the police department accreditation by the NJ State Association of Chiefs of Police, this is truly a prestigious recognition, and it reflects the continued commitment, professionalism, transparency, and the excellence in law enforcement. The accreditation is indeed a very rigorous process that ensures they meet or exceed the highest standards in policy and policing practices. Now, that's something to be put on. For sure, the importance of exceeding. And it's just amazing. So some of the aspects of the policing are training, investigation, personnel, and compliance to ensure these best practices are all within the policies and procedures. So something we're all very proud of, and is obviously a huge thank to our our chief, the officers, the civilian staff, and the community as well for their ongoing support and dedication. So that's my report, Madam President.
Thank you very much. We are going to move to our public comments section. And I would like a motion to open public comments, please. Thank you. And a second on that? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? You wish to address the council on topics that we discussed, please come forward. Let us have your name and address for our records. Remember, there is a 5-minute time limit. Thank you.
Hello.
Hello.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Amit Shaligram. My address is 3 Iron Tile Court. I come here on behalf of many residents in Monroe. The problem I want to bring to everybody's notice is we used to have a bus to Jersey City, and then of course COVID happened, and the bus stopped. It's run by Coach USA. So just a bit of quick facts. I used to take the bus. There were 2 services daily, going in the morning and coming back in the evening. For whatever reason, they did not restart the service after COVID, and the first couple of years, of course, the ridership was low. People were not going to Jersey City, but now we go very often, 3-4 days a week. So what I've done is actually I've collected some data from, we have a WhatsApp group. So through that group, I've collected data. I have, I think, 95 signatures. So what I'm requesting is if we can, I actually did correspond with Councilwoman Siegel and Councilman Markell a couple of weeks ago as part of my son's Eagle Scout project, actually. But then it's a real issue, right? So what I'm requesting is we have the data. If we can somehow, the council can help us take up this matter with Coach USA and get them to restart the bus service, even if it's on a trial basis, 3 months, 4 months, because I think all they want to see is, and it's our feeling that the only reason they have not restarted is because they don't think there's enough volumes, but clearly there are, and so that's basically what I'd like to highlight, and if we can take it up. I have provided the relevant data to
You've
Council.
given the data to
Yes,
Mr.
via
McGowan?
email I have
Good.
sent it to Councilman
He
Markell.
does have it, and there was a time we had a transportation committee and a group that met, and this was, so he has the material.
Okay. So, okay, so that's all I wanted to just
Thank
bring.
you very much.
Thank you.
Anyone else wishing to address us, please come forward. Again, your name and address for our records, please.
Deborah Schneider, 23 Harwood. This is for everybody on the council and for the fine police officer in the back of the room. I have been cleaning out my house and selling a lot of items on Facebook Marketplace.
On
Facebook Marketplace.
Thank you.
And one of the things that I've been doing is my exchanges at the police department parking lot. And it, without fail, as I'm waiting in my car, it never fails. A police officer comes out and always says to me, "Are you okay? Is everything all right?" And I wish to thank them very much for coming out and checking on me. They are a fine bunch of gentlemen, and I do appreciate it.
You're welcome.
And I just wanted to let you all know.
Thank you. Anyone else wishing to address us, please come forward.
Shell Arminio, 9 Nathaniel Street. I first like to thank our clerk's staff and our township clerk. I think she should be named in public. So Christine Robbins, thank you very much for all the work you did. And Tanya over there, and the other folks that were there very late and did a great job. And congratulations, Councilwoman Siegel. And to the rest of you who won your primaries, congratulations. And this is going to be a segue into the veterans. But because of the quality of our first responders, of our policemen, and the veterans, of course, we are able to have elections, primary elections, and we have the ability to vote and speak out. So I am very grateful. But I would, going to the veterans facility, I'd just like some clarification. The mayor said 37 veterans have been approved How many are actually placed? And when you said 10 in compliance, is that in addition to the 37?
Yes.
Sorry about that. I just wanted to be clear.
37 in, 2 approved, and 10 in compliance, is what he said.
I know, but I don't know what that means.
37 veterans are living,
Or
have moved in.
Oh, okay, good.
There are 2 that have been approved and hopefully will be moving in shortly.
Okay.
Okay.
And 10 more waiting.
There are 10 in the compliance stage of the process, right? So the applications are in, and so what's going on right now is they're verifying their income. So that out of that 10, you don't know.
We don't know. Okay.
Then there have been 15 applications that have been put in for processing. So that's the first. Somebody has put in an application.
Are they veterans, though?
Yes.
They're the veterans.
Yes, veterans,
Okay,
yes.
the veterans.
So, I don't know what percentage we're going to get out of those applications and the verification, but we know 37 are currently in there, and 2 hopefully have been approved and will be moving in.
Okay, so we're catching up because 25 non-veterans are already living there?
Correct.
Is that correct? So when we have a total of what, 80 or 86?
80.
80. Okay, so I hope we get certainly the majority, and we need we needed 37 as a minimum for veterans?
Yes.
So we've gotten to that point. I hope we can do the rest for our veterans again, and I thank them always for giving us the opportunity to have a democracy. And thank you very much. And Mayor, that letter, is that letter available that you sent to the,
Sure.
It'll be available tomorrow. Yes.
Okay, because I think that's great, because I know that sometimes at the very top of the state, where the state is, they don't really know what's really happening on the ground, and I think that letter would be great for them to understand. Have you gotten a response? Did you send it?
Just sent it today.
Oh,
So,
okay.
and we'll put
Give
it
it a
out for
while.
public consumption for tomorrow. Sure.
Great. Thank you very much.
Anyone else wishing to address the council? Sir, your name and address for our records, please.
I'm Prakash Babu, and I live in 13 White House Way. I just want to recognize Dr. Graziano, principal of Applegarth Elementary School. My son is in, he's in 5th grade. He's in 4th, 5th grade in Applegarth Elementary. She is wonderful. She has taken a lot of initiatives. She has introduced computer programming, robotics, and she personally involved in building this book club initiative. Every month she does it for the last 2 years, and it's building this reading habit with the kids. Even today, she was the last June month. Today there was a book club, and she's wonderful. I just want to recognize her, and the school district is doing an amazing job.
Thank you very much. Anyone else wishing to address us this evening? Seeing and hearing none, I'll entertain a motion to close public comments. Second on that, please.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? No. May I have a motion to adjourn the meeting?
Motion.
Thank you. May I have a second on that motion? And we need a roll call vote on that, folks. Pay attention for another minute.
Councilman DePiero? Yes. Councilman Markel? Councilwoman Siegel?
Yes.
Council Vice President Van Zora?
Yes.
Council President Cohen?
Yes.
We are adjourned. It's 8:05.